This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Radar, and I'm thrilled to be speaking with Jasmine Cephas Jones about her role in Blindspotting. How are you today, Jasmine?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm very excited to be able to talk to you. I think this is one of the most interesting and creative shows on the air, and I especially enjoy your performance in it.
Thank you.
I got to see the film at Sundance when it premiered. Did you have a sense then that there would be this TV continuation?
No, not at all. I I remember doing read-throughs and table reads of it and like reading all of the women parts right at the beginning. And they've been working on that script for almost like 10 years. And so it really was kind of watching that process and doing all like the three auditions to like finally get the role of Ashley was like a bit of a journey. And so, getting there and doing like a couple of scenes, I just thought that was it. I thought that was kind of like the end of the Blindspotting era. And then I got a call from David Diggs and Raphael Casal, and they were like, would you be interested in doing the TV show? And it's through Ashley's eyes. And I was like, absolutely. like it was the best call ever, and I got really excited. And this whole entire world in the TV show has just really expanded. And I think my favorite part of the whole entire show is the storytelling and how we tell these important stories through making people laugh, and also all the heartbreak as well. So I really do love the show, and I had no idea that this would be the outcome of that film.
What do you relate to most about Ashley?
I think whatever is kind of, comes on her plate, it's her, she kind of rises to the occasion, and she's not perfect. It's not necessarily the best way, but I think she kind of looks at situations and is like, oh, I can't do this, and then always comes out the other end, and she's pretty strong. I think even if she thinks she isn't, I think she's stronger than she thinks she is. But there's a lot of qualities that I love about Ashley. I really like her as a character, and I think she just wants the best for her family and her friends, and she's loyal, and she loves on her people, and she has great qualities about her.
And the show really has such an incredible ensemble. I'm sure there are lots of people you're excited to work with. I'm particularly curious about Helen Hunt, since I think that's maybe an unusual bit of casting, but she's really perfect for the role somehow.
Yeah, she's absolutely perfect for the role. And I mean, she's pretty legendary, and she's a person that has worn many hats in this industry, and you could just tell. There's a bit of there's not much. It when she acts, it feels very effortless, and you can tell that she's had a history, and she's been doing this for a very long time, and knows what she's doing. And it's always just like a blessing to be able to share the screen with her, and just kind of take in really who she is, and learn from her. She's pretty incredible.
You also have a co-star who has not been doing this for a very long time. That's Atticus Woodward, who plays Sean. What can you say about him?
My God, Atticus is amazing. We just wrapped season 2, and just to, when you work with kid stars and, child actors, you just get to see them get into bigger humans, and to kind of see him grow and get bigger, and also just every time he comes back, he's just like a better actor. So, and he's very funny, and we have a lot of fun with Atticus on set. He's very smart, and he's awesome. I love Atticus a lot.
I also think that Jalen Baron is really terrific as Trish, and it's just such an interesting role. I think she brings so much too. How do you feel about sharing scenes with her?
Oh my God, I love Jalen. I love Jalen so much. She's absolutely stunning, and she's so funny. She has great comedic timing, and plays Trish so well, really understands the character, and also, wants to continue to learn as well. And so we laugh all the time on set. We're very funny together, and it's always a good time with her.
That's great. And Raphael and David, I'm sure, are very involved, but it's strange because we don't really see them very often. But don't see David certainly, but don't see Raphael that often. Is that a purposeful decision on their parts to not have this be, even though you're the center of the story, to not have them be really in it?
Yeah, I think it's also, putting a lot of these women in the forefront. In the first season, a lot of, including me and Helen and Candace and Jalen, were kind of running the show a bit, and I think I know for sure that's on purpose. And Raphael and Diggs, they're just behind the screen every day, kind of show running the show, and they are 100% guiding us through every scene, through every take, through the whole entire show. So they're there. They're just, you just don't see them on screen a lot in the first season, at least.
Well, I do think that there are people who could watch the show without having any idea that the movie existed and still feel like they know what's going on, and that's a real plus, because I think very often everything is so dependent on something else that you can't really access it. But do you think seeing the film is important before watching the show?
Yeah, I definitely think seeing the film is important, and I think you can go back to it. You can watch the first season and then watch the movie. I think the people will understand the relationships more between these people and the history that they have, because we talk about each other's characters a lot, and we talk about David's character Colin a lot in the season as well. So I think if they do watch the movie, it's just understanding more of the world and the characters, and kind of their back history before the show, which I think would be really helpful.
I do think one thing that's enhanced from the movie to the show is the performance art aspect of each episode. Is that something you enjoy?
Oh yeah, so much fun. I mean, who doesn't want to smash a hotel room with a tennis racket and have like incredible verse coming out of your mouth while you're doing it? I mean, it's pretty epic and awesome and so much fun. And I think, coming from just a creative and an artist, those are the things that get me excited. It's, how can we make people feel? How can we make people understand through a different type of way of storytelling that feels, refreshing and really, really thought out, and come from, even though these moments are very heightened, they're still very honest, and they're still very grounded and very believable. And I feel, I don't know, I think just, if people don't understand that feeling or understand that subject, maybe they'll leave with a little bit more understanding and start a conversation. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about art.
Yeah. What can you preview about season 2?
God. I don't want to give anything away, but you thought we were heightened in the first season. Oh, just you wait. It gets even crazier. And we have new characters and new storylines. And, it's a real hard time for Ashley. Always.
And is this a story you think,
like, how does she navigate this?
is this something that you think could continue for more and more seasons after this?
Yeah, of course not. I mean, yes, of course. I we have more people involved. There's always, getting into other characters and their stories, and this is a whole entire world that they have created, and there's always room, I think, for exploration, as long as we all want to do it, and we have so much fun doing it. So I think that's really important.
I do want to make mention of another series that I saw you on before this, which is Mrs. Fletcher. That was a fun little series that I know was always supposed to be a limited series. I was sort of hoping it would continue because I thought there was a lot of really interesting content there. But can you just share what it was like working on that show?
I actually had so much fun working on that show, and I got really close to Jackson and Cameron. And we became kind of like the three amigos on that show, and constantly singing Michael McDonald hilariously through each take. But there were a lot of sensitive subjects, and I think you have to trust in the people that you work with and feel comfortable, and we were able to do that. And it was the first time I worked with Liesl Tommy as a director, who I absolutely loved. And I never got to work with Catherine Hahn, but we always saw each other in passing or whatever, and she's absolutely brilliant. But most of my scenes were with Jackson, and he's awesome. I think he's an incredible actor and a great person. So I had a lot of fun doing that show.
Do you have any other projects coming up right now?
My album. I'm working on my album right now. Yeah. And I'm pretty excited about it.
That sounds great. Well, I really appreciate the chance to get to talk to you. If anybody watching hasn't seen Blindspotting yet, go watch the movie, watch the show, and season 2 is coming soon. So thank you very much, Jasmine. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye.